Hello, self healers. My name is Chrys Kyng with the Medicine Alchemist, and today we're going to talk about Nadi Shodhana, or the alternating nostril breath, is how most people will call it or refer to it. And this breath work exercise is crucial. It's a foundational breath work exercise that everyone should know in their practice, especially if you're a self healer, a practitioner, and you do work yourself. This is the quickest way I have found to balance someone's nervous system and bring them into a neutral state. So, what this breath exercise does is it actually harmonizes the masculine and feminine sides of your body. So, as many of you know, the right side of your body holds the father or masculine side, and that yang energy moves through you through and out of your right side. On the left side, you have your feminine side or your yin energy that receives where your masculine energy puts out, if you will. So the harmonization of both of those sides of yourself really brings you into a state of unity and wholeness. Plus, the actual breathing through one nostril and then the other in a very specific way and timing balances the nervous system, soothes the vagus nerve, and it also helps to ground your energy back into your body as well. It's great for if you're having panic or intense emotions that you don't know how to release, but you need to bring yourself back into a state of clarity and calm. This is a beautiful breathwork exercise for that. Now, there are many ways to do this exercise. You'll usually find the Nadi Shodhana traditional mudra is something like that. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can do it. It's something like this, and my hand does not actually want to do that. So there are different ways that it can be done. The way in which I like to do it, which I was called to by Spirit in my practice, it sort of evolved into this, and so I'll share that with you. While this is the traditional mudra that you would use for this alternating breath, because my hand does not like to stay like this, I developed my own, which actually relaxes the hand and uses just the pinky and the thumb. And although it is not exactly the same, and it is important, the mudras in these yogic practices and breathwork practices from the Vedic traditions and from yogic traditions, the mudra is so important. However, if your hand doesn't do that, like mine, it's better to take the path of least resistance. And also, Spirit seemed to lead me toward a different way of doing it, a more evolved way of doing it. And you actually are going to take the three fingers on your right hand and place them on your forehead, where the middle finger is actually touching where the third eye would be, that third eye chakra point, because I also use this breath to activate the third eye as well. And so I'm going to use my thumb to close my right nostril and my pinky to close my left nostril while keeping these on my forehead if I can. Okay, that's how it works for me, alternating it like that. Everyone's hands work a little differently now. Okay, so the point of this is to ground in, bring the parts of yourselves, the masculine, the feminine, the spirit aspect, all into harmony and into this beautiful coalescing of calm, clear mental energy. So now that you kind of have a feel for the mudra of this, you can go ahead and start playing around with that, seeing if it works for you and adjusting. Some people have to keep the fingers more up here. Some of them are right here. It just depends on the person and the size of your hand and how long your fingers are. And I want you to adjust to make sure you're comfortable. I'd rather you be doing this practice than avoid doing it because you can't do it correctly. So take your right hand and place it over your forehead. And you'll just follow me. I'm going to start on my right by closing my left nostril with my pinky, and I'm going to breathe in. I'm taking a full breath in on the right side, and then I'm going to close with my thumb and hold the breath as I do that. And as soon as I do that, I'm going to release this pinky from the left nostril. And I'm going to fully exhale out of the left nostril. Then I'm going to breathe in again through the left. And then I'm going to close and open the right and breathe out. And I'm going to repeat that. Breathe in through the right nostril. I'm going to close and open the left while holding, and then slowly release. In through the left, close, open the right, exhale. Close, open left. You're hearing a lot of congestion, it sounds like. I actually have a deviated septum, and my air passages in my sinuses are much smaller than most people's. And so many people won't have to do what I have to do during. I usually have to sort of stretch my face out a little bit and open my nostrils to allow more air to come through when I'm doing this breath. I don't care. I love it. It works so well. Anytime that I have a client who's nervous before a plant medicine journey or a shamanic experience or even just a session with me, I'll have them do this breath to harmonize their system and bring them back into the present moment, and they feel very calm during. The idea of this is that as you are pulling in air through one side, you're activating that masculine side, and then you completely close that and you open with the feminine side. When you balance that masculine and feminine side, you really become a vessel for the creator or creatrix of the universe to flow through you, and you become aligned with your soul. And from a physiological level, you're actually harmonizing the different hemispheres of the brain and matching them with the frequency of the vagus nerve down in here so that your amygdala is calm, your fight or flight response is reduced, and you can really actually come into your body and feel safe and at peace. So I'm going to do it once again for you so you can see. And it's very simple. And you can do this anytime while you're driving, right before a meditative practice, when you're going through an intense emotional state. It really helps to bring you back to your 0 point field and your neutral state. So join in with me. I'm going to take my right hand, place it over my forehead, and I'm going to close the left first, and I'm going to breathe in. Close, open. Deep, deep, deep inhales and deep exhales, but not forcing it. Don't go. You just want to let it go naturally till you're empty. And I like to do this for about 10 minutes sometimes if I'm really wanting to somatically work through something. But this can be a quick 2 minute practice for you where you just sit silently or right before you go into an interview or into a date. I mean, there's many ways that this can be used. And I want you to find where these spiritual tools can show up in your life, not only during your spiritual practice, but in your actual life, out there in the matrix, where you can actually integrate all of this spiritual wisdom and knowledge out into the world where it needs to go. That's the most spiritual thing you can do, is use this as a part of your daily life rather than reserving it for those spiritual experiences that I have sometimes, or those times that I devote to my spiritual practice. Every day should be a spiritual practice. Every moment should be a spiritual practice where you're learning to cultivate a relationship with soul and balance the nervous system so you can feel safe, because your soul feels safe, your higher self feels safe. So this is a beautiful way to come back into universal safety and calm, as I like to call it. Thank you all so much for joining me today. If you all are interested in taking this practice a little bit deeper, you can find my 7 chakra meditation or my expanded 13 chakra meditation that will allow you to align your energy body with the Earth's grid, retain the golden light body, activate it, and bring yourself back into this state of neutrality and oneness. Again, thank you all so much for the work that you're doing for the planet, the work you're doing for yourself, which is for the entire collective. I see you, I love you, and we'll see you next time.